Well, hello, good afternoon. My name is David Grimm. I am with the Kendrick team at eXp Realty, and I'm so thankful to have one of my preferred lenders from the mortgage firm, Lawrence Heisler. Lawrence, how's it going today?
Good, David. Good. Thanks for having me.
Well, we are coming on here to share with you some information about one of the great programs here in the state of Florida. It just got launched on June 1st, and it is called the Hometown Heroes Program. It's a program that was brought forth by the state of Florida to help our hometown heroes, which include all the community workers out there, teachers, firefighters, policemen, our healthcare workers, all to have the opportunity to get some assistance to become home buyers here in the state of Florida. So, wanted to take a few minutes today. I have Lawrence here, who is the expert on the program. He is my preferred lender that I am using in support of the teachers and community workers out there that I am helping get into their first home. So, Lawrence, tell us a little bit about this program and in a nutshell, it started again on June 1st. And what have you learned about the program and what have you seen so far?
Yeah, I think this is exactly what we needed. I don't think the timing could have been any better for this program. A lot of our heroes out there have been kind of frustrated with the way the market's been, and just looking for a way to maybe get a little bit of an edge or a little advantage on trying to buy a house. And so this program came out, and basically what this offers is 5% for the buyer that can be used for both their down payment and their closing costs. We're able to couple this with any loan program that we have. So a lot of our loan programs are very low down payment programs. So that could be FHA or it could be conventional. We can go to 97% with conventional. So in a lot of cases, this program actually offers enough funds to cover their down payment and to cover all or most of their closing costs as well.
That's awesome. So, I mean, definitely the teachers that I work with, one of the things they always talk about is having that money up front. That's their biggest challenge because, it's a struggle at being an educator and being able to save enough money to have that down payment is definitely one of the biggest challenges. So, it sounds like a great program. Now, there have been other programs out there that give down payment assistance. How is this one a little bit different than all the other ones?
Yeah, one of the big differences we see with this is that the income levels have been raised significantly. Most of the prior down payment assistance programs were really for kind of what we would consider the lower income level clients. This one, it goes basically, depending on what area you're in, it goes up to about $125,000, $130,000 of annual income. Another big difference too is this program is available anywhere in the state of Florida. So we're not just limited to certain counties or certain population areas. We can literally get any house in Florida under this program and get the assistance for our clients on the whole state of Florida.
So the income limit is definitely higher. I know most programs it's around 60,000, maybe a little bit right around there. You said the location anywhere in the state of Florida, where many of them have that zip code restriction. Home price is also a big difference. The home price for I think there's two different price levels, right? Depending on the loan type, you have the FHA, USDA level, and then you also had the conventional or the VA level. What are those two?
Yeah, so the conventional limit is 647,200. FHA just raised theirs up, and I apologize, David, I don't have that number right in front of me, but it's let me see if I can find it real quick. There it is. It's 420,680 for the FHA.
I knew it was right around 420, so that's good.
Yeah, yeah, and so this program follows the program guidelines for FHA and as you mentioned, conventional VA, USDA. So it gives us a lot of flexibility on, the very few restrictions on this program. We can just kind of get them approved for whatever program they qualify for, and then plug this extra money in to the equation for them.
Okay. You mentioned VA, so that's a Veterans Affairs, right? That's the type of loan that is. So this program is not only open to those 50 plus occupations of community workers, but it's also something that veterans and their spouses can take advantage of. So how does that work for veterans?
Yeah. So the cool thing about veterans is, they're going to qualify for a VA loan, which gives them 100% financing. But even then, a lot of times, by the time the costs are added in, it's just tough for the veteran to be able to have the funds available to purchase a house. So this is going to help them with that. They can use the extra funds for a down payment. So just because you can get 100%, you can, if you got leftover funds, then you can use it to lower your loan amount. It's not only available to the veterans and to their spouses, but it's also available to active military as well. Yeah, we love, obviously we're going to include the veterans in with our heroes. The medical professions, I mean, it's pretty much anything medical related that we've seen. And then, of course, the law enforcement and education as well.
Yeah, so I'm just taking a quick look here on the list. I'm not going to mention all 50 of them, but it was kind of funny or interesting the other day. I was out doing a showing and I met someone and I was like, I remember seeing your job on there. And so I looked it up and there it was as a veterinarian technician. And
Hmm.
so um, you have optician, physical therapists, social workers, veterinarians. If you work within child protective services, massage therapists, electrologists. So there's I love this word, but I hate it at the same time. It's a plethora of occupations there to choose from. So it's really cool to see how many people can take advantage of this program. So, in our conversations, you also mentioned there are some breaks on some of the typical fees that would be um, part of a mortgage. Can you go into that briefly?
Yeah, absolutely. So, what this program really wants to focus on is helping clients with their down payment and their closing costs. And so what the state did when they implemented this program was they decided to put a cap on any sort of lender fees. We don't normally charge these fees anyhow, but a lot of lenders out there that are charging extra fees specifically for these programs are no longer going to be able to do that. So the state didn't want to see that money just being shuffled over for extra fees being charged. So they're protecting the buyers by limiting the fees that the buyers can incur. It's basically your standard fees that you would expect on any transaction. And again, if they're getting, let's say, a 3% down payment program that's allowing them to put 3% down, this program is going to pretty much cover most of, if not all of the costs that they're going to see with buying a house.
Okay, awesome. And then one other piece of information, and this is right on the website. It talks about how this money is actually being given as assistance. It talks about the 0% second mortgage, 30-year deferred. Can you kind of explain that? And a lot of people are like, "Oh, I just have to pay this money back." While they're not wrong, but why? What's the reason that this part of the program is there?
Yeah, so and I'm glad you brought this up. It's not free money being given to them, meaning they do have to pay the money back. However, there's no charge for this money that they're giving them. They're not charging any sort of interest rate. There's no payment on it. So that money, that 5%, and it's 5% up to $25,000. So that'll cover you up to a $500,000 house. If you go above 500,000, you're still going to get 5%. Just going to be less, or it's going to be less than, or it's going to, I'm sorry, it's going to be the 25,000 at that
Correct.
point.
Correct.
Um, but that money just sits there. It's what we call a second lien. So it goes on like almost like a mortgage, but there's no payments on it. You'll never have to pay a dime of that back until you go to sell the house or you refinance or you move out of the house. So this is for people that are buying a house as a primary residence. It's also for first-time home buyers as well. And I'll just to touch on that real quick, David. Somebody can actually own a house and still be considered a first-time home buyer. If somebody owns a house, let's say they bought a rental property and they've been renting it out, but they haven't lived in a house that they own for the last 3 years, then they actually, by definition, would be considered a first-time home buyer. Same as somebody who bought a house in the past, sold it, and they've been renting for the last 3 years. Those folks also would be considered first-time home buyers. So once they sell the house or refinance, or if they move out of the house, then they would go ahead and pay that money back to the state at that point.
And it makes sense because this is a grant. Technically, it's $100 million, which is obviously a significant amount of money. However, if the majority of those occupations take advantage of this program, then the money could potentially go fairly quickly. But by requiring that repayment, it helps to ensure that that money stays in the coffers, if you will, and kind of keeps this program solvent. So this isn't just a once the money's gone, this never comes back. It's potentially something that can benefit our hometown heroes for some time to come, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're really hoping that this program stays around for a long, long time. Um, you and I have already seen the effects of this. I mean, just
Sure.
the clients that we've been working on together, we've gotten a ton of them pre-approved. They're out looking at houses. We're getting some of them under contract now, and it's really, really, helping. It's building an excitement out there too. Uh, to get for folks to get back into the housing market. It's a great time to buy, as you know, and housing prices are still affordable. We know that rent payments are going up like crazy right now, so this is giving these heroes an opportunity to get back into the game and to have those funds available to help them with their purchase.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm not going to get into it, but there's a misnomer out there from whether you see it on the news or you just hear it from Facebook, of course, that the market is crazy and you can't afford anything. Well, I can tell you, there's plenty of properties out there that are affordable. We have two teachers that have submitted offers that we're just waiting on the response for that. We have um, I know you guys are helping we're up to 14 people right now that we're working on getting pre-approved or have already been pre-approved. So I'm very excited and continue to look forward to the partnership that you and I are going to continue to have. What's step one? I know what step one is, but I want you to share that with everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they just need to reach out, and I know you're going to provide some information on where to reach out to.
Mhm.
Once you and I get together with them, we go through a few basic questions. We want to make sure they qualify for this program, or in some cases, there's other programs out there that if they don't qualify for this, let's look and see what else is out there that might be able to help them. Once we go through that quick process, then we're going to go ahead and get their information. We are going to take a look at credit. We do need a 640 middle score in order to qualify for this program. And then once we get through that, we're going to get some basic documents from them for their income and assets, and we're going to get them ready to shop and look at houses with you.
Yeah, and it's believe it or not, I think it's going to be a great summer for home buying opportunities. The market is softening. I wouldn't say it's definitely not crashing, but it's going through a change. But I think that this is a great program, and the timing with how the market's going to change is going to be a really good opportunity for all of those hometown heroes. And it's not just teachers. I'm here to work, and you and I are here to work with all of the occupations that are on this list. Actually, we're here to work with everybody to get them into their home. But we just wanted to highlight this Hometown Heroes program today. Step one is going to be to reach out to me. You can either send me an email to david@thekendrickteam.com, or you can send me a text message or even give me a call at 321-689-5269. We'll talk for a few minutes and I'll get you connected with Lawrence and his team to work on the beginning process of getting you pre-approved so we can start that house hunting as fast as possible. So Lawrence, thank you so much for coming on and sharing some important information about the Hometown Heroes program that just started. We're about 2 weeks, and here in the state of Florida, and we look forward to working with all of our hometown heroes and all of the people of Central Florida to get them into their homes. So thank you, Lawrence, and to your entire team at the mortgage firm for helping me out and the Kendrick team.
Yeah, thank you, David. I really appreciate you and our partnership, and look forward to helping a lot of folks get into their houses this year.
Thank you guys for taking time to listen to our quick little information video about the Hometown Heroes program. As I mentioned, you can comment on this video if you're on social media, or give me a call at 321-689-5269, or send me an email to david@thekendrickteam.com. You guys have a wonderful day.